everybody, welcome to my channel. So today I'll be addressing the crucial questions, or the most crucial questions that people ask me with regards to teaching jobs abroad. So I'll be addressing the 4 W's and 1 H, which are the most common questions that people are most likely to ask about teaching jobs abroad. So let us get to it. Okay, great job. Number 1, where can I apply for a teaching job? Where? So this will be which countries can I actually apply to work for a teaching job. So it's a fact that almost about 90% of teaching of jobs abroad will actually be jobs where you're expected to teach English. So there's so many countries which are in need of English teachers, especially the Asian countries. That's where you'll get a lot of like teaching jobs there. This will range from Taiwan, South Korea, Saudi Arabia, China, Singapore, Vietnam, Thailand. Oh my goodness, there's just so many of them. And Qatar, Saudi Arabia. There's just so many countries where you can actually apply for a teaching job, specifically an English teaching job, because those ones are easier to get. But I know in most like Arabian countries, like in the Middle East mainly, you can also get to teach like other subjects like science and math and history and all these other subjects. So you are given an opportunity or a chance to actually explore those as well. So if you are interested in teaching another subject other than English, then I think you can also make use of those as well. Okay, so number 2, who can I contact? There's so many platforms whereby you can get hold of agents, and also there's so many people at the moment who are working abroad, including myself. I've been in Taiwan for over a year now, and I've been trying to give out as much information as I can to people who are in need of information. But of course, guys, people can be tiring at times. I'll explain maybe in my next video what do I mean by that. I mean, we're trying by all means to help you, but also I think it's totally honest. Like, it's great that you guys try and meet us halfway as well when you're trying to give out help or any form of assistance, right? Okay, so who can I contact? Yes, you can contact us. You can contact the agent. You can make use of Facebook, make use of LinkedIn, Teachaway, Dave ESL, Serious Teachers. Those are like the major websites where you can actually get teaching jobs. There's also a lady by the name Nolita Ndlazi. She's also one of the people in South Africa who's very like active, and she's been very like helpful in terms of open posts and where people can actually apply with regards to teaching jobs abroad. So you guys can actually make use of that as well. But in many other platforms, I guess, right? But I think those are like the major ones whereby you can actually find the agent or the specific person who's going to help you to get a teaching job abroad, right? Also, what I realized helped was, I mean, if you want to work in Saudi Arabia, you can just go to South Africans in Saudi Arabia, South Africans in Taiwan, South Africans in China. So you need to try and maybe join those groups, and just to have a better insight. And sometimes you would get that, people do like post vacancies on those particular groups, so you can be able to have access to them, and you need to contact the agent with regards to that. Number 3 is, when can I apply? I think applications are really not limited. It's literally like throughout the year, but the peak season or peak time will be July. For August will actually be May for August intake, and also December for January intake, because I think like those are like the major times when a lot of recruitment takes place. So if you want to go to the Middle East mainly, I mean, July and January, that's pretty much the time when they're more or less looking for teachers. But also in Asia, it's like a throughout the year thing, so you can apply at any time. I honestly don't think there's like a specific time where I'd say you need to apply for a teaching job abroad. Any time is is tea time. So you can actually apply, guys, and I think it will, you know, really be helpful as well if you just don't be afraid to apply. Just send your CV, send them, okay? And what are the requirements? I think this one is very, very important. It's like a crucial question, as in the sense that what is actually needed. So I mean, when you apply, I think it's safer if you just send all your documents at the same time. So definitely you need a police clearance certificate. Those are like the major ones. You need a passport, you need your degree, and also you need your degree, you need your all your relevant qualifications. If you have a teaching certificate, attach that as well, and a CV. Just make sure your CV is short and sweet and straight to the point, okay? I was helped by a friend of mine to get like a proper format of how I can actually type a CV. I think mine was like just basic general CV, but I keep changing it because, you know, I mean, your CV also sells. The more interesting your CV is, the more the recruiter is interested in knowing you, and pretty much, you know, you can win an interview just through a proper CV. So just make sure your CV is short and possible. I know mine was literally just one page. It's like a one-page CV, and pictures of yourself as well. And I mean, if you can be able to get like a recommendation letter from your previous employer, if you were employed prior to applying for a job abroad, then that would also be nice, because it does give the recruiter, you know, an idea that, okay, so you've been working. And I mean, if you have a, what is the thing, yeah, if you have a reference, yes, I'm sorry, so if you have like a reference, then, you know, I mean, it's easier for them to be in contact with your previous employer, just so they can have an idea. That's also if they are interested in that, right? And the next one, which is like a very crucial question, people like to ask, how much do you earn? How much money do you make? How much money do you make? Well, it depends, guys. It honestly depends. I think some people, you'd actually find that when you ask us like, how much do you make, it's not easy for us to give you like a specific answer, apart from the fact that, of course, some people would find the issue of salary like a matter of privacy, but also like people have like side hustles as well, you know. They have side hustles which add on to that, but you should literally be looking at an average of between 28,000 rands and 40,000 rands, depending on your qualification as well, because I think qualification also counts, and the teaching experience. The more number of years of teaching you have, the more advantage you'll have in terms of like salaries and all of that. So be wary of those things as well. I mean, it's not easy, but it's great that you are aware of those things, right? Also, as I said, that people actually do have like side hustles, but I gave you like the salary range. But most of the time when you apply for a post, you will know how much you're going to earn, because the money is written on the advertisement. So they'll tell you that, okay, we're looking for a teacher in this particular area and they're going to earn this amount of money. So the only thing you just need to do, you just need to convert, guys. It's very important that you do the salary conversion. If they say 9,000 RMB, just go on Google and say how much is 9,000 RMB in rands, or how much is 60,000 NTW in rands, or how much is whatever, you know. So yeah, I think that also helps a lot, because then you have an idea of how much you're going to earn. But also it's very important to look at the package as well, because some recruiters will actually offer accommodation, whereas others will not offer accommodation. Maybe they'll just give you like a stipend they give you like a stipend to pay for your own accommodation. So you need to be wary of those things as well. But I think in my next video, when I have the strength and the courage to finally do another one, because work has really been hectic, I will try and break down like just the budget, like a normal budget of, you know, how much you can expect to spend and how much you can expect to save, based on my experiences and other teachers' experiences as well. But I honestly hope, guys, you found this video to be extremely helpful. Also, if you want to work in Taiwan, please follow Teach Taiwan. If you have a teaching license and you want to teach in Taiwan, please follow Teach Taiwan on Facebook. They have so many posts. That's the recruitment agency that I work with, and they've been really amazing, guys. They've been amazing, and I've had an amazing experience thus far in Taiwan. And there's so many others. I mean, there's so many others in different parts of the world, of course. But I think, yeah, my agent is really the best. You know, I don't have any complaints. I think they're honestly amazing. So yeah, you guys should actually look into that as well. But more than anything else, please just do your research, what? Research as much as you can and try to find more information about the country where you want to work at. And I think that will really help you. And ask as many times as you want. It never gets boring. You just need to ask people, all right? So don't be afraid to ask. And yeah, I think that would definitely work out for you. Otherwise, all the best if you're looking for a teaching job abroad. I honestly hope that it works out for you, and I hope these little tips and these little answers of the questions that you guys normally have that I gave you will be a bit helpful. So voila, thank you so much guys for watching my channel. See you next time. Bye bye.